Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do like a really chilled out, relaxed video today, just showing you some of my current beauty favourites. These are the things that I am currently using at the moment and absolutely loving, and I just kind of wanted to do it in like a really relaxed format. So for instance, you may be able to see crap on my bed. The lighting will definitely change because it's a really odd day. I've had to wait until the sun has gone behind a cloud. Classic old school, trying to go for the natural lighting, but yeah, I thought I'd just do a bit more casual today. So some of these items have been gifted to me, but obviously all my opinions are obviously my own, and some of these things I've bought myself. The first thing that I want to show you is this body scrub, and this is from a brand called Hemps. Now, I had never ever heard of this brand before I got sent the product, and obviously, as you can guess, they're kind of very much around herbal extracts, especially hemp, which is very good for you actually, and I wanted to give some more kind of hemp products a go because I've heard some great things. This is their sandalwood and apple body scrub. Now, this is not necessarily the most life-changing body scrub you'll ever use. I found that the chunks of like the scrub part, because it's natural, are quite big, and when in one kind of palmful that you get to use on your body or part of your body, you don't get a huge amount, so it's not gonna like really kind of clear your skin of like dead cells and stuff like that. It will do a really nice gentle job, so great if you have got sensitive skin like I do. But the thing I absolutely love about this is that it smells like apple pie. It just smells absolutely amazing. Oh, it's just so nice, and it's just like really nice to use. Like I always go back to it just because of the smell. So that's a really lovely product that I have been using, and I definitely want to try some more products from Hemps as well. I then got some makeup brushes. Now, I have been gifted some stuff from Spectrum in the past, but I think all three of these I actually have bought myself. I just really love them. They do such amazing soft brushes, natural, and I think they're vegan as well. I don't think they use any kind of animal hair or anything. So I've got these three brushes. Obviously they look amazing. So this one I use for like powder and bronzer if I'm just doing like a light bronze, not any kind of severe contouring or anything. And this is the A01 brush. I really like that one, and obviously it's very unicorn inspired with the colours. This one is the B05 brush. I was really struggling to find a use for this brush, and then suddenly I found myself using it all the time. So what I do is I will use this to blend out any eyeshadow that is kind of near my brow bone. So rather than going for like a really specific blend on certain areas, if I'm just blending out like the outer edges of an eye, I'll use this. This is really, really good. And especially if I'm blending like my eyeshadow with any highlight I've got on my brow bone, this is absolutely fantastic. I've also found this really good for applying blusher. Bear with me on this because I know it is a really tiny brush. What I do is I don't really like an intense blush because I naturally have quite a lot of pigmentation on my skin. I go red very easily. I talk about this a lot. And I found that if I apply too much blusher with a bigger brush, I just look a bit like a clown really. So what I do is I just dab, I put it in the colour what I'm using, and then I just dab it on my cheek, and then I will go in and blend it with a brush like this, and it just gives me the look that I want, especially if I'm not going for the full clown look, which I don't normally go for. And then this last brush is the A10 brush. This is a fan brush. I have never owned a fan brush. I don't know why, because I've always wanted one and needed one in my life, because now I don't know what I would do without it. Obviously it's in the really cute rainbow colours, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Like, I'm so late to the fan brush game, and I don't know what took me so long. I have absolutely loved using this for my highlighter. It's just the perfect brush to use to give the perfect amount of highlights onto wherever I want to put it. Next, I have a product from Percy and Reed. Percy and Reed are a brand that I have loved for years, but I've really got into them over the past year or so. I love their dry shampoo. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Probably a rival for Batiste in my eyes. And I have got the Wonder Balm. They very kindly sent this to me, and I've heard a lot of great things about it again, but I wanted to try it for myself. Now, it's definitely not like a really super creamy, oily product. It's actually, when you put it on and you rub it in your hands, kind of reminds me of the dry oil that they have. It goes kind of not matte, but it doesn't feel like you've got a lot on your hand. But I found when I apply it and then I style my hair, it just really helps kind of define my curls. I also find it really great for a product that I use after I've blow dried my hair. I don't blow dry my hair a lot, but when I do, I use this and it's absolutely perfect for getting my curls back. The next product I've got is from another brand that I hadn't really heard of much before. The PR sent this product to me. So this is the Pure Anada Garden Facial Mist, and it's in Neroli and Roses. So this is from the shop called Live in the Light, and they specialize in kind of eco products, but also products from independent brands. So the PR look after the shop, and obviously they were able to send me some stuff that the shop stocks online. Really recommend it. They've got some really great stuff and stuff that's quite unusual that you don't really find elsewhere. So anyway, back to the facial mist. I have been loving this. This is so nice to use in the evenings. It's just really calming on my skin, and it does come out in quite a thick spray, but I find that kind of doing like a crossing motion with it like this, when I do it, actually just kind of gives the perfect amount without completely drenching my face. And the smell is just absolutely amazing. I just really love Neroli. I don't know why. I've never specifically gone towards that scent before, but specifically in this with the Neroli and rose combination, just smells amazing. It's quite fresh, but it's just got that hint of the kind of relaxing rose. I find rose really relaxing. I find this perfect to use at night in my skincare routine. Next, I have a concealer that has honestly changed my makeup game. I absolutely love this. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I'd heard, again, really amazing things about it, and I was really struggling to find a concealer that my eyes liked. As I've spoken about in the past, I have really sensitive eyes, and they kind of vary in how sensitive they are. But if they don't like a product, I just get eczema all around my eyes, especially underneath my eyes. And I was really struggling to find a product that A, gave me the coverage that I wanted, but B, that was moisturizing and was able to not flare up my eyes. And honestly, this has been amazing. Okay, you may have moved slightly because my battery just died, but we're back on it. So I have this shade in G11, and it's a perfect shade. It's light enough to be brightening under my eyes, and it's just like a really moisturizing consistency, but it's really light, so it doesn't really aggravate and kind of fill up my pores under my eyes. It's just absolutely perfect. Next, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite brands, especially for kind of body care, shower gels, things like that. I'm going to talk about my faves, Baylis and Harding. They always send me such amazing things, and I'm always really thankful for the gifts that they send me to feature. Obviously, I've got no obligation to feature them at all, but I really want to talk about their hand soaps. I think a lot of you will know that they do hand soaps, and I think it's one of the things that most well known for, and they recently brought out a cocktail range under the Fuzzy Duck brand, and these honestly smell so nice. My family loved them so much that we actually used them up so quickly before I could even talk about them. So I have an empty bottle to show you. The 4 scents that I got were Ginger and Lime, Cosmopolitan, G&T, and Espresso Martini. And I think the 2 that really stood out for me were Cosmopolitan and G&T. G&T was the first one that we used, and it was just like a really fresh smell. Like you really got like the cucumber coming through and things like that. And also Cosmopolitan is a really sweet, but it's not too overpowering. Espresso Martini was really nice, but after a while it just kind of started to smell like coffee. And Ginger and Lime was really nice as well, but I think our favorites were Cosmopolitan and G&T, but they do smell really like a cocktail. Obviously you don't have like the alcoholic kind of tang to it, obviously, but if you had like it basically without the alcohol tang, it pretty much smells like the cocktails. Okay, so I've got a couple of products left. I'm going to talk about some tanning products. I have really got into tanning over the past year or so. I think because I have always been kind of scared of tanning, and it just took me a while to kind of find the products that really worked for me. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Garnier Summer Body Lotion. Now, obviously this is like a gradual tan, and I've got it in the shade Light. Obviously they've got different shades. If you want a more intense tan, for instance, you can go for more the medium dark shade, but I think this is perfect for my fair skin. And I have found this to be absolutely fantastic for topping up my tan during the week. So for instance, if I'm starting to see it look a little bit dull, or there's like certain patches that I have maybe missed on my skin, this is really, really great at topping my skin up and covering those up. And I found that it doesn't have a huge biscuity smell like a lot of kind of gradual tans and just tans in general do. It's got a very, very slight one, but I think the apricot oil in this helps to dull down that biscuity smell. And so I don't really notice the smell at all, maybe once or twice during a day. And also the tan as well, just from like first use, you get a really, really nice tan. Okay, so I need to tell you about the tan that I have been using. I think I have been, honestly, I've been waiting for kind of tan waters to come out. That kind of idea of you spray it on, you get dressed, you go. When kind of tanning waters came out, they were my jam, because I found that I can just get on with my day without having to kind of wait around for my tan to dry and stuff like that. And also like get the bed sheets dirty, all that sort of stuff. So I have found that the Isle of Paradise tan water has been so amazing at keeping my skin looking really nice and sun-kissed. And I found that for me, 3 sprays on a mitt for each part of my body is perfectly fine. 4 is a bit too much, and I find I can see more mistakes as well when I use 4. But when I use 3 pumps, it's absolutely perfect. I'm really tempted to get the tanning drops for my face as well to kind of put into my moisturizer. But for now, I'm finding that I can match my foundation to my tan. So I'm doing a good job at the moment without the tanning drops. But I also just found that you don't get a smell with this. I find it really easy to correct mistakes as well. If I see I've made a mistake the next morning, I can just spritz on a little bit, rub it in, and it's absolutely perfect. I highly, highly recommend this. I do also like the Saint-Tropez tans. I like their pre-shower tans. I think they're really, really good, again, for any lazy tanners out there. But at the moment, this tan has been absolutely amazing. And lastly is a product that has been around for ages, and I think we all know and love, and it's the Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour Cream. I specifically have been using this on my lips. Again, like, I found that if I have products that have got limonene in them, I get a really weird kind of rash around my lips. And this has been absolutely fantastic, A, for keeping my lips moisturized, but also if I do get a flare up, this really calms it down. I have been really, really impressed with this. And as you can see, I am nearly done with this. I'm so sad because I have absolutely loved this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed looking at my favorites with me. And let me know if you've got any current beauty favorites at the moment. I'd love to hear about them. Maybe go off and buy some and try some as well. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Comment down below, as I said, your favorites. Please do subscribe if you are new for my weekly videos on a Wednesday. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.